Hi, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here. I'm back at the church parking lot today. The sun is out. The sky looks pretty. We have a little too much wind for these little airplanes that I want to fly. So we got the Aeroscout out here today to have a little bit of just some fun and a little bit of practice, actually, because I haven't been out in a few days. And I'll tell her hi for me too. So guys, I'm just glad to be out here. I gotta say, I'm thankful that many people have prayed for me, and I'm feeling much better. Still have a little bit of pain, but I'm working through it. It wasn't like before when I couldn't stand up more than a couple minutes. So the wind is a little bit strong. Let's get this thing in the air and see how it goes. I see lots of people saying hi and all that kind of stuff, and I appreciate it, guys. I really, it makes my day to see people on here watching me fly. You see the wind is coming from the playground over there. So let me take this downwind just a little bit. It won't take long to get it in the air, but since I'm turning it the wrong way here into the sun and all that, let's take it up and go around the lamppost there. Oh, the wind jerked it around just a little bit there at the last second. Today we got what I like to call the Simpson sky. It's got that really bright blue with the big puffy white clouds, and I like looking at it anyways. You can see I don't have safe turned on today, even though it's pretty windy. We might get there, but right now, like I said, I was practicing, and so I want to keep it in control. Nice big bank turn there. I heard a full scale going overhead. I'm bringing it around into the wind, into a knife edge here. Not too bad, not too bad. Of course, this airplane's not really designed for those type of maneuvers. This airplane is designed to teach people how to fly. And I gotta say, today is not the day to learn to fly with all this wind. But if you throw this thing in safe, like I just did, and you turn it into the wind, it'll be super stable. I was kind of going across the wind there. Let's get it turned into the wind a little better. Or at least what I think is into the wind. Let's say that I think it's right there. So that's kind of what it would look like if safe was on. Safe back off now. Kind of a loop, but I wanted to turn it back towards me because I was out there a little ways. Woo! Okay. Had to add a little rudder to make sure it didn't go to that lamppost magnet over there. Or airplane magnet, the lamppost. So I might have been in low rates. Might be in high rates now. So we'll see if that makes any difference. I did put the switch that I usually have rates on, I put it in the high rate where I usually have high rates set up, and I would think that would be true for this plane, because I try to make sure they're all that way. And I'll tell you, when I first started out, it seemed like I would just put stuff on switches and try to remember which one was which, and that's a bad idea after the first couple airplanes. It's okay with the first one, maybe with the second one, but you start buying airplanes and you want to get certain switches set up to be the ones that you use all the time. Personally, I don't care which ones you use, although these transmitter companies, they like to kind of, not that they really dictate it, but they kind of, they set all their airplanes up the same way for bind and fly and all that kind of stuff. So there's kind of a set switch sequence or whatever, but what's important is that you set them all up the same way. That way when you pick up a transmitter in one of your airplanes, you just flip switches, the ones that you've always flipped, and it will do what you expect it to do. One thing about the Aeroscout, and I've said it in many of my videos, but if this happens to be your first Aeroscout video with me, this has a feature on the ESC for slow start on the motor. So if you've cut the throttle like I do often, and I'm just kind of gliding like right now, when you go to hit the throttle, it ramps up slowly. And so if you get in a trouble and you hadn't hit full throttle yet, but you need all that power, it might be too late. So you always need to be at least a step ahead, at least starting into the throttle early. Woo! Kind of like that. I was over quarter throttle, so when I went to full, it didn't have to ramp up very far. A little touch and go there. Kind of a aggressive down there, but I was correcting, so it actually didn't hit that hard. I keep turning around quickly because it's too far over there by that lamppost. Nice and easy. There we go. This airplane doesn't like to fly inverted, and I do it every once in a while because it's capable. But when I say it doesn't like it, there's some airplanes that when you fly it, when you get it inverted, it doesn't act any different than upright, except for that your elevator controls are reversed and your rudder controls are reversed. But it still glides through the air the same way, and usually that's a mid-wing, and some low wings will do the same. But with this having a little bit of dihedral in the wing, so kind of the Y shape, just a little bit, not a lot, and being a high wing with all the weight under the wing, it wants to roll back over. This airplane, although I'm flying it kind of hard, if you fly it nice and easy and safe and all that, you can get a pretty long flight time. But I keep ramping up the power and then letting it glide, and that's helping me a little bit, but it's not as efficient as if you would set the throttle to a flight speed and leave it. So like if I had it set right here and I just kept it like this, and I'm flying it around, trying to keep the wings fairly level, kind of like this. I could probably fly it like this for 10-15 minutes with no problem, and I know plenty of people have probably tested this. I just have not, but it's capable of going a long time. Got it. I took it straight over my head, so I looked away because it was going downwind. The wind's not going to affect the wings at that point, so I was just watching for it as it came back around. We're going to take it around one more time because the timer told me it's time to land, and I'm going to throw it in safe to see if I can get a pretty smooth landing. So here we go. We're in safe, and it's correcting the wings for me. We're going to get it about between 10 and 20% throttle. Let's bring it past the parking blocks here. Well, I touched one wheel down first, but it still was pretty smooth. That's the Hobbyzone Aeroscout. And even though I would think that I'm a fairly, what would you call it, accomplished pilot. I'm a fairly accomplished pilot. I still enjoy getting this trainer out and flying it. It's capable of a lot of things, and it's good practice. So I know I've said it many times, the Aeroscout is one that everybody should own, and it's such a great deal. They haven't messed with it, so guys, if you don't have one, you should really get this RTF and teach your friends to fly. I appreciate it, guys. If you guys haven't done it yet, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, set it for all, hit that thumbs up, and leave some great comments. I'm just out here having a good time with RC and sharing it with you guys. Until next time, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here. David, the wind speed is about 10 miles an hour.